Alright, so here's a random thing. I have a custom game which I've been saying it's ranked when it's not because funny. I say, hey, just in case if you're wondering why I'm teabagging someone a lot, one of my friends is on the other team and he teabags me a lot. I found a top 500 peak, I think it's like 300 peak tank player, and I asked him for a VOD review. And he said something just now and it made me laugh because I've been going around saying that it's bumperish. And I like the way he plays. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have a camera on, so I'm going to just mute my mic and stuff. Just by doing that. Don't know why I spoke when it was off. But yeah, let's head straight into it. Yaha!
You might have had. But really, it's the comms thing, the fact that it could be erased. I don't know if this is ranked or like what this is. It's just I just don't prefer it. But I will make exceptions for people who are like, yo, listen, you know, my rig is really, you know, I don't have a powerful enough rig to record and play at the same time. I can barely play. My frames are bad, this and that, and whatever. If that's what you have to do. But again, this person was super nice. They came in my chat. They gifted 5 subs. I really appreciated that. So I'm just gonna do this. But okay. Enough of that. I don't want to spend forever on this VOD review. So I might go through it a little bit fast. Like maybe I'm thinking maybe I'll try to get done with this in a half hour. But yeah, the guy says it's bumperish. Okay. First of all, don't use Bumper as a role model. There is a reason Bumper is not in the Overwatch League anymore. What's up, Orc? There's a reason for that. I don't want to say he's not good. Obviously, he was in the Overwatch League. He's better than the average player by a million times. But his style is not the style you want to emulate. And there's a reason no other team wants to touch him. You don't want to be that aggressive. He was able to get away with a lot of things because the other 5 players on his team, were so much more dominant with the other team's other 5 players. Like, you know, if you took away the main tank, like if you viewed the off tank and the 2 DPS and the 2 supports versus anybody else's off tank 2 DPS.
I'll just say one thing. The reason I like playing Reinhardt and I like playing it bumperish style, 1, it's fun. 2, if your team plays around you, it works 95% of the time, depending on the rank, by the way.
2 support lineup. It was just so night and day. They were just way better that he was able to get away with a lot of stuff that you normally couldn't get away with because his team was dominating so hard. Because he could just go aggro all the time, and his team was so good that they were just able like to keep him up and to you know, do things that otherwise would be a feed situation. Even on a team like NYXL, where the players are all really good, I don't know if they could get away with Mono just going that aggro all the time. They wouldn't. There's a reason nobody has picked him up. To my knowledge, I don't think anyone picked him up.
Not gonna lie, I thought he retired. I know he left, but I don't, because he hasn't gone into a team. That's probably another reason why he hasn't gone into a team. He's, quotes, too aggressive. But he might have just retired. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I remember distinctly before the season started, people were like, "Oh, Bumper doesn't have a team. He got cut and didn't have a team." Anyway, first of all, that's not the style you want to emulate. Second of all, this isn't Bumper. This is just batshit crazy. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about it and we'll just watch it. Alright, we're gonna start the game. First of all, you want to be all the way up here, sending a fire strike through the door at the beginning of the game. You're at 1% ult charge right now. You could be at 7 or 8 or 16 or 20. You should be doing that whenever possible to start a game, just right off the bat. Because you could just be getting your ult faster. Yes, their supports are gonna get their ults. Who gives a shit? Shatter's better.
True.
Right off the bat. I see that mistake a lot. There's really not a whole lot of reason to be burning your shield right here. You've already seen that they have McCree Doom. The first thing you should be doing is like, okay, they have this, and this. How do I gotta play? And they don't have snipers, so you don't have to hard hold shield. You can just conserve your shield and like the fight hasn't even begun, and you're already half shield, less than half. You're already less than half shield.
There is a part where it comes up. I know for a fact he's either going to get really pissed or cringe at it because it was a bad pin.
You didn't have your shield there to block the cooldown. You're just kind of swinging wildly. You're not respecting anything. I'm just gonna let it play. You're not recharging your shield ever. This charge is the worst charge I've ever seen in my life.
I kind of knew he was going to say that.
Alright.
Not gonna lie, I think I was trying to get one of the tanks. I think it was Hog, but it may have also been Reinhardt. It's one of the tanks, I know that for a fact. But I mistimed the rotation of my mouse because I suck.
I don't want to sit here and be like, this, and this is wrong. 2600-ish on a tank, by the way, assuming this level 304 Grizzly armor buff is him. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
What is that?
304 sounds about right, because this is 302 right here, and just probably played a little bit since then. So, that looks about right. Right? That's 302, or is that 402? The stars.
302.
Is 3 stars 400?
No, 3 stars is 300.
You hit level 100, you get 1 star. You hit level 200, you get the second star. No. No, it should be 302. Okay. So I don't want to be like,
confused.
okay, you're doing this, and this wrong, and without telling you what you should be doing instead. During this time, you should stand right here, behind this cover, and you should be just recharging your shield. You want to do whatever you can to always make sure you have better shield health than the other Rein, if possible. Especially when there's an opportunity.
I'm not gonna lie, I did realise that my health was going down ridiculously fast, because then I realised I did have a Hog and my shield was going down. I just wasn't managing it as much as I should do, because it was basically a PUGS. It wasn't really an important game.
Maybe like this, for you to just chill and be like, okay, you know what? I can't hold this corner much longer, because you're just trying to hold this area right here, right? You
Little bit.
Do that. You have 1600. You have limited resource, right? You can't just stand there forever with your shield and wait for your team to do stuff. Not that you really wait for your team to do stuff. You should just be like, okay, you know what? We're gonna let them come around the corner a little bit, but I gotta recharge my shield, or else I can't stand there. We're gonna lose. So you should just be standing here, swinging your hammer around, hammer, just like waiting for your shield to come back online to 1600, and then you go again and try to hold the corner. And you can prevent them from turning the corner, giving space by just, swinging. Swing. You just swing around the corner. You just go around the corner, swing. Go around the corner, swing. Go around the corner, swing. You're just tapping them with your hammer a little bit to be like, hey, you can't just walk in here.
Go away!
That's what you want to do with Rein. You want to hold corners aggressively. Reinhardt is the best in the game at holding corners aggressively like that. And I don't want to say aggressively, more like...
Aggressively?
What's the word? Like,
Pardon me.
He just prevents people from getting around certain parts of cover because they have to respect his range, his damage. Well, his range and his damage. But
yeah, I was going for the Hog. I was going for the Hog.
Gets super low, and you're like, well, I can't hold this corner any longer. I better just go and make something happen.
I was going to the Hog because the Hog was literally 1 HP.
I better go and make something happen. Then when you get bubbled, you back off, which is...
And during the beginning, I do play a little bit passive because I was playing Modern Warfare the entire day. So this is my first game on Overwatch the entire day, and this was like at 8 o'clock in the night, in the afternoon. So
it's the weirdest thing ever. It's like you have no idea when to step on the gas and when not to. So the majority of the time, you just step on the gas. I wouldn't even say it's like you're stepping on the gas. It's like Nice block on the sleep dart at least, but you have no respect, literally no respect for the Hog's cooldown. You just ignore it and he misses. He should have hooked you here. You just ignore him, and you're like, I'm gonna go for the dumbest charge in the entire fucking world.
If Lee, if you're watching this, hi. But yeah, that's also one of my friends. Also, two. All of these are friends, but mainly two friends, Lee and Andros. Well, the enemy team. And I think we killed the Ryan. Or I killed the.
You have zero respect for other cooldowns or other anything. You just swing and you just do damage. And
also another thing, I did sort of ask the healers to also try and pocket me as much as they can, so I can play like this. I know for a fact any other rank, I will be dead like 5 times already.
And that is not the style you want to play. You get away with it in this game because this other Rein is the most passive Rein I've ever seen in my entire life. He just lets you pummel him. Like, he literally just stands there and lets you pummel him and waits for his... He just holds his shield and allows you to do it. And there are times in this game where this guy has Shatter, multiple fights in a row, and just lets you pummel him. And you don't respect his space at all. But any other Reinhardt in the game, or if you climbed a little bit, Reinhardts will punish you for this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even want to say it's like you step on the gas constantly. It's like you have a big-ass rock taped to the gas pedal so that you can only gas. You just take that W, that whole W mentality, and stretch it to the extreme. Guys, forget everything you've ever heard anyone say to you on the ladder about holding W to win. That is garbage advice. Do not listen to it. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Yes, I know I failed a Masters over the past couple days, and I've had a couple days of rank that have been a little bit rough. I did not get to this rank by accident, okay? I'm consistent. This is the first time I've fallen to Masters on tank in like 8 months. I will get out. But you're gonna have to trust me on this one. That is garbage advice. Throw it in the garbage. Toss it out. I assume you're typing to your friend here. This is what happens in this VOD. I'm just gonna let it run.
I forgot what happens.
I know I say that a lot, but I'm actually just gonna let it run. This is what happens when you get the world's most aggro Rein versus the world's most passive Rein. It is incredible. Alright, here we go. We're gonna let it run.
Oh, this is great.
I don't like holding this spot. But, excuse me, by the way. If you hold the left side, they'll go right on you. If you hold the right side, they'll go left.
Yeah, but you got a secret weapon called shift.
Left side. Zero respect for Hog's hook, which he just decides not to hook you for some reason. You need to toss your shift key in the garbage. I know people probably say that a lot to you.
They do.
It's not unfounded. And I don't mean like literally toss it in the garbage. There are times
just unbind
like,
it.
oh, you should never hit shift as Rein. There are times you want to hit shift as Rein. That is not one of them. Right now, all you have to do is hold this corner again. That's it. Start positioning yourself around corners more. You literally just get impatient and try to make stuff happen. That's all you do. It is the common theme throughout this VOD review. And my advice to you at the end is going to be very simple. It's going to be play with more patience. And I'll explain what I mean throughout the VOD. But this, all you have to do is hold this corner right here and be patient. And just let things happen. Instead, you try to force a play, you take out their Doom, but you die. That's not a good trade. That's not a good trade.
It may not be a good trade, but at least I killed my nemesis / friend. And I didn't mind dying by a teabagging on his body at the same time. But obviously I got rezzed by your boy DJ.
And you're lucky you even traded. A good Rein would have countercharged you there in his own space. A good Reinhardt would have countercharged you right here.
Yeah, I think Nyx is a higher ranked tank than me. I'm not sure, but I think she is. but you can probably tell. she lets her team do point damage. I do the point damage for my team when I play Reinhardt.
And then, since you would have been over here, the other team would have just killed you, and your team wouldn't have been able to punish their Rein. So you would have just died for free. It would have been like literally you were serving yourself up on a silver platter. By the way, this guy has Shatter. This guy has Shatter and lets you charge into his team. A good Reinhardt could have even just... He didn't even have to counter charge. He could have just Shatter.
What? Myself. Because I am. Okay. Okay. I'll do that in a bit. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm doing this right now, and I'll do it soon as after. Around about 30 minutes. If that is okay. Oh, tell them that. Okay. Alright, bye. Just so you know, the reason she came in is because I am currently banned from talking to anyone online. So because she hears me talking, she thinks I'm doing something bad.
And then...
And this is gonna be uncut, so if you heard that, yeah, and yeah. So, continue.
To make matters worse, you get rezzed, and you just swing in his face. He can just shatter here. I mean, to be fair, his whole team is dead, so it would have been bad shatter. But, yeah. But, I guess that's less... you know what? Let me just forget I said that. Because, you know what? Swinging on him right there when his whole team is dead is probably fine. Because even if he shatters you, he's not going to be able to follow up on it himself. But, you will see that happen multiple times over the next couple fights. You need to ask yourself, every time you see the enemy Rein, you need to train your brain to be like, hey, there's Reinhardt. When was the last time Reinhardt shattered? Does he have shatter? Every single time you see a Reinhardt, you need to ask yourself that.
I ask myself that every time. But after the first fight... the first or second fight, I usually go, that bitch has got shatter. So I always try and play around it. But then I always try and play ridiculously aggressive to make him shatter. But I always fail to block it, which is so annoying. It works, but I just don't have the reaction to hold down right click.
Does he have shatter?
Yes. I'm talking, woman! Put some earplugs in. Okay, go. Oh, could you put that outside then? Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. No. Yeah. I am a free bird. I'm allowed to talk. I am a free bird. I'm a...
You are a man.
I know I'm a... Just go! Let me finish this. It's taking longer because you're coming in. It's going to take longer if you keep on interrupting me.
It is... drastically different playing against a Reinhardt that has shatter versus playing against a Reinhardt that does not have shatter. Look, another charge, and you just open yourself up to a Deadeye. It is not a coincidence that you're...
None of our team knew that McCree was behind us, because like literally like 10 to 20 seconds ago, the McCree was literally at their spawn, like in between them statues, and then somehow he just TP'd behind us and then high nude. No matter what I would have done, even if it was in mid fight down by that big statue, we would have died by the high noon. Or if we didn't all die by the high noon, both of our healers would have died to the high noon. So we lost the fight anyways.
Dying here, it is not your team's fault, it is not anyone else's fault, that is your fault. That is not, oh, healers need to heal me, that is not, off-tank needs to do something, needs to bubble me, that is not any of that. That is, you need to stop hitting charge at weird-ass times and trying to make...
Well, one thing I also tried to do was to bait out Doomfist ult on myself by standing still with the shield up. I was going to, like, turn the camera, yada yada yada, to block the thing. Is she coming? I'm confused. I can hear her, but I don't know if she's going to come or not. I'm just angling my thing. But literally, like, after the demote, like, all we heard was, it's high noon, obviously, and then everyone just went, wait, where the hell's the McCree? And he was behind us. That's how we basically lost the fight. Yes, the charge was for the Doomfist, obviously, Magician McCree is behind us and gets us all killed. But hey,
Plays happen.
I shifted before he even high nooned, so I didn't even see him.
And start letting your teammates make plays. This Reinhardt lets you walk into him and just swing when he has shatter. What I mean is, you need to respect.
And right there, I tried to pin the hog into the river, but obviously I hit the wall.
To Reinhardt's space that has shatter. You need to play him a little. You need to give him a little bit of space, because the further back you play, the easier it is to block the shatter, or the easier it is to play around it. The closer you are to him, the faster.
That is true, but the further you are away, the less likely he's going to use it. So if you end up going in to start the brawl, the higher the chance of him using it. And if you have a Zarya and she bubbles you, you have an even a higher chance of blocking it, because the Zarya bubble, for some retarded reason, blocks Shatter, which pisses me off so much. Oh, RP times.
Faster you have to react, and we'll see that go poorly later on. This guy just lets you pummel him. He literally just stands there and lets you pummel him.
Just to let you know, I did have my shield up, but according to Overwatch, I didn't.
Not even to mention, that this fight right here doesn't even need to take place. You should be holding this corner, but you're not. You just, like, get impatient and try to force a play. This is a constant theme throughout this VOD. You just get impatient and try to force a play. You're like, oh, we're down a man, let's go. I have shatter though, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know what happened. I got caught on the side.
All you have to do is hold that corner there, or maybe even give space and let your other guy come back.
But it's a widow.
But they're right outside their spawn, you walk into their space that they control, and just feed.
If our widow isn't actually doing anything, which I haven't actually been paying attention, nor did I do when I was in the game, the only person I've seen at the moment is your boy Ping Ping doing damage. So it's a 5v6 anyways, even if the widow is alive. Yeah, she also has, like, deals with suppression, like she keeps the enemy team from peeking from the shield, but that's only if you're good. And I can't see who's actually playing Widow because his camera's in the way.
Guys, there's a reason Bumper's not on my team, to my knowledge. Either way, there's a reason that the Titans got rid of him before they fell apart.
He didn't. No, they didn't get rid of him. That was the start of the entire team falling apart. It's because of the management. They didn't get rid of him because of how he played.
Way before they fell apart. This guy just stands here. He has shatter. Watch this. Watch this, chat.
Yeah, I know. I think. Do I get hooked here? No, I don't. So obviously, I'm starting the engagement. I know she has shatter. I'm trying to force her to use it. I don't know if I end up blocking it or not. But the reason I do play aggressive is because there's a higher chance of them using shatter when I know they have it. Which she doesn't use it, which is annoying. Like, I know she has shatter, and I'm just like in her face, like, just use it, use it, use it. I'm literally in my head during that moment, like, come on, just shatter, 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 shatter. But obviously she doesn't.
I couldn't believe that when I saw it, and it gets worse. There was a brief moment here where I thought, oh, your team goes down a player because you up one, you go down, you're even.
Oh, it was Eldron. Yeah, Eldron's a pretty good Widow, but he's a better Genji Tracer Doom player. I don't actually, is he play Doom? Shut up, helicopters. But yeah, he's a pretty good Genji. He's a good Genji.
You go down one. There's a brief moment where you start backing up where I'm like, oh wait, he's gonna give space and like reset. Nope. Impatient, tries to make a play. Doesn't respect the cooldown, gets naded. Just swing. You don't even shield the Doom.
It doesn't do enough damage, and my healers are next to me.
You don't even
Obviously, that's not the best mental attitude to have, but yeah.
shield the Doomal. It's nuts. You can
I think Schwammer does survive because he is getting pocketed by DJ, but the reason I pre-pin is because the activation time, like the casting time, if I waited to shield, obviously this is just me being a greedy little Ryan wanting to get the charge kill on your boy Andros, but I wanted to get the kill so I could teabag him again, which he didn't die when I pinned him because he got the shields.
need to either charge this instantly and like charge this spot as soon as you see it, or shield it. Not wait for him to land then charge.
I didn't wait for him to land. Like I wait for the sound cue of him landing, then I press shift. I don't press shift. Obviously, yeah, that's like instant millisecond. As soon as you see the circle, press shift. Like obviously, you could probably catch him in midair.
Charge. Wait for him to land, take the damage on purpose, then charge. It doesn't make any sense. This other Ryan gets dumpstered, and it's not even like even a decent Ryan will shut this down. This guy just gets dumpstered because he's the most passive player on the fucking planet. Okay, this is what you want to do. You want to hold that corner. Nope. Reinhardt augments cover. That's what he does. Reinhardt holds close quarters areas. And how do you make a big open space into a close quarters area? Well, you just play the areas that are close quartered. If you stand out in the middle of the open over here.
Hello? No one. I'm talking to someone, am I?
Well, you're talking, then there's a pause, and then you start laughing, and then you start talking, and then there's a pause, and then you start talking. Like you're having a conversation with someone?
I'm not. I do have Discord open, but that was just to find a link. If you want to come and look at Discord to see if I'm talking to anyone, come and have a look.
Yeah, but all you do is turn everything off when I walk through the door, so what's the point?
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm making a video and commentating.
Right, well then you can keep your voice down.
What? This wouldn't be happening if I weren't banned.
Open space. Reinhardt cannot hold open space. His range is too bad, and he can be kited too easily. But if you hold a corner like that by the choke, all of a sudden he's amazing, because they have to walk into your range. They can only come at you from one way. Really, they could flank, but like you could just turn your shield. They can't really kite you because they have to go through you. All of a sudden, it's amazing. So all you need to do is hold this corner right here and prevent them from walking through for free. But no, that's not what happens.
Let's get you back out there.
I don't know where you're going. You fire strike into Reinhardt's face when you know he has shatter, or I don't want to say you know he has shatter. You might not even be ult tracking, which by the way you should be. Like I said, you should be training your brain. I'm not even saying you need to ult track every single ult.
Yeah, obviously she could have shouted me then, but I think it would only be me, or even if it was me, probably our Tracer. So we still had our Honor and Mercy to pocket heal us, and our Zarya to take the damage, which obviously if there's any higher team, like I've said, I probably would have died because of focus fire.
On the other side, you don't. Like, at least if you want to go from 2600 to diamond, you don't have to do that. At some point, you got to learn it if you want to get really, really high. But just focus on training your brain to say, does the other main tank have his ult? And usually it's going to be a Rein. So in most ranks. So just train your brain to be like, hey, does the other Rein have shatter? Because you got to play drastically different. If you ult track the other Reinhardt's shatter, you will instantaneously just become a better player. You back off when we have bubble, and hard hold shield when we have bubble. When you can swing in his face for free.
Just to let you know, Azavi never ever like called out. You got bubble going. I'm a bubble you 3, 2, 1 go in. So that's why every time I started moving backwards or got bubbled, like the bubble only lasts like 3 seconds. So by the time I got close enough, we don't have a Lucio. By the time I got close enough without the Lucio, the bubble would have ran out, had a chance of getting hooked, sniped by the Hanzo, shattered probably. All like just everything onto me. Like as soon, obviously we are quite close, but like a second and a half is already gone. I've only got half a bubble, and yet if people shoot my shield in the right area, it still gives Xavi a charge.
For 2 seconds when you have bubble, or unless the bubble breaks early, but you can tell when it's up and down.
Wait, 2 seconds? I thought it lasts for 3 seconds. Bubble lasts for 3. Yeah, it does.
You can see it on your screen. Those are 2.
It has 200 It has 200 HP. It has 3 seconds of casting time. Or up time.
Swings you're just leaving on the table, which doesn't make any sense for the playstyle you have. Like you could be 50% ult right now just by getting those 2 swings in, but instead you hard hold shield and prevent the Zarya from getting charged, and you also don't swing, which also prevents the Zarya from getting charged and prevents you from getting ult. And you're just taking unnecessary damage on your shield when you didn't need to. This guy just lets you pummel him. He has shatter.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if the Rein, she knows that damage, like Reinhardt's hammer can damage through the shield, or she's putting too much faith into her healers. Like, yeah.
He could have shattered you 10 years ago. It's amazing. Like, I couldn't. This is the one clip in the entire game that I was like, what?
What?
You're having a conversation.
I'm not having a Oh. I'm not having a conversation. Alright, let me make sure the camera's off. Alright, camera's off. Come here. Come here. You've caught me in like... if I'm in a chat group, it comes down here. So if I join a voice chat...
Stop shouting.
This comes up.
I'm sitting next to you.
Okay, but that wasn't there. So if I leave, it wasn't there. I'm not in a voice chat. I could even shut down Discord. And if I reopen it... yada da. But I went to open it to find a link. But now...
So who are you having the conversation? Who are you talking to?
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking to myself, talking to the people to YouTube. I am recording.
Stop shouting.
I am recording. You ever heard of a commentary?
That's not normally how you comment.
Because I'm explaining stuff. The way I usually do it when I'm making a story mode game is because I don't usually talk over the dialogue, which I don't like doing. And you're making me edit, and I really don't want to edit this video. So could you be a nice mummy and go to sleep? Or are you going to be
You can't really go to sleep when you're being as loud as you are.
It's only 7:30.
I got 3 hours sleep last night.
Oh.
Yeah. This thing called a microphone.
Yeah.
Don't need to speak any louder.
I don't want to be doing ASMR.
Stop shouting.
I'm not shouting. I'm talking like I usually
No,
do.
you're not. Because you've got the headphones on, you have no...
Headphones. I take them off. I'm talking normally.
Stop spitting on
I'm
me.
not.
Stop it. Because I seriously, I'm tired.
Can I continue with this?
Lower your voice.
Can I continue with this? Or I can only take as long as this will take. Bye. I'm just saying bye.
You're being rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm just saying bye. Good night. Lovely mother. Jesus Christ. This is only happening because I am like communication banned and game banned on my PC. Literally because of that.
You don't manage your shield at all. You don't... He just lets you pummel him. He can shatter you for free.
The reason I stopped caring about managing my shield at this moment in time is because I know, like, she doesn't care to shatter. Like, and then when I don't know if she ever actually does shatter. I think she shatters, like, when I'm not there to secure the shatter or to secure a point. I can't remember.
Right now, there's no way you're gonna react to that in time.
Hello, Andros. How you doing?
All he has to do it. What SR is this? It seems like Platt, the guy's not in here, even though he was made aware. As far as I can tell, he's not in here.
Yeah, I was editing. During the start of the stream, I was editing it should be out, the Modern Warfare video. I was editing that, then I finished that, and then hopped onto his stream to ask him, and he said, hey, you should go into yada yada, yeah, you know.
It seems like Platt, but this is a custom game, so I think it's a pickup game, so it's all over the place. He just lets you pummel him, it's nuts! I couldn't believe that when I saw it. You need to be taking this time. You should go into every single fight with 1600 HP on your shield. You need to take the time to take cover and recharge.
So, obviously I'm going to make this so far out, like, ridiculous. So you're asking me to run into the team with my shield down, and then when I get in front of them, put my shield up at 1600 HP. JK, sorry.
Your shield before every fight, and even during fights. Might not even be a tank player. Like, yeah, he could just be, yeah.
Dude, is this chat saying that? I feel like Red Ryan might not even be a tank type. No, the Red Ryan is a tank player. She's a tank player for her scrim team. She's the captain. Just so you guys know.
Like, it's crazy how bad this guy just lets you pummel him.
And I think the scrim team is like Plat Diamond. Well, it varies because there's a lot of, it's like mad SR range in that scrim team. You got like Plat, Diamonds and Golds in there.
Need to be eyes up here. They have shatter. You gotta be paying attention to that. I don't know where you're going. Right.
I tried to ping the hog, but then I didn't rotate my mouse far enough, obviously. But yeah.
I should have shattered you right there. I would have shattered you right here. 100%.
Obviously, yeah, I should have gotten shattered, and I should have died.
Literally 100% of the time, if I heard this, that noise,
Shatter.
I'm shattering you right now. There's no way you're gonna, because when you hit the wall, you're groggy for a second. You can't turn your shield right away.
Yeah, the shield, like, the camera rotation timer is a little bit. I don't like it, but obviously it's to make it fair.
This is a free shatter that you just served up on a silver platter. Your team just gets destroyed right here against a Reinhardt that knows what they're doing. And you get hooked.
I think she tried to hook me so I couldn't escape for their Ryan to actually shatter me. That's what I think now. I think that's what she was trying to do, but the Ryan was just saving it till next year.
To make matters worse. So he gets stunned again. But no, he just lets you pummel him. Then he gets pummeled himself. If you don't get bubbled
yeah, true.
here, your team gets shattered.
Yeah.
Your Zarya blocks this shatter, not you.
Yeah, like, to be honest, like, I wouldn't mind getting shattered here. I wouldn't mind it. I think she was just about to go for the shatter as well.
It is insane what this Reinhardt lets you get away with.
We delayed the shatter for so long.
Whole team should be dead. I can't tell if you're like, Zarya bubble me, Zarya bubble me, Zarya bubble me, or if you're like, you have bubble? Okay, bubble me.
None of that was happening. None of that was happening. I just charged. Zarya had bubble, and she bubbled me as I charged.
That's the thing about with replay codes. So there's a chance that you knew what was happening here, and you. But even then, it's not a good charge. you should be trying to set yourself up, stand here and charge into this wall because it's closer. You're not going to be out of position as much. You're still going to be in enemy space. They control this space through this choke. But going here is suicide. You will die. You will die here, if I remember correctly. There's no way you get out of this. Yeah. That is suicide.
Suicide on a dash. On a dash, on a dish.
Guys. I wanna... This is how you play. This is how you play. This is how I want you to play. You need to be more patient, holy shit. I had that cooked up for you. I was like, you know what'd be funny?
He had that ready, great, that was awesome.
You need to play more patient. You need to let things develop. You
I'm just trying to kill this fucking Tracer, she's trying to annoy me.
don't need to constantly force a play. You're defending. You're trying to waste time. The goal here is not to...
Yeah, but then if the attackers can't attack because we're attacking, that means they can't do their job properly. Boom.
kill the enemy as fast as possible. It is to draw out the fights, elongate them. Okay, what's better? If you win 4 fights that are short fights, that are 30-second fights, and then lose a fight, and the other team caps? Or if you win 3 fights, but there are minute-long fights, and the other team caps? What's better?
Wait, what?
That's a difference of a minute. Let the other team kind of hang in there. You know, don't ult unless they commit ults or unless you're down 1.
I think you misworded that. It was either 4 fights that are 30 seconds long and you lose a fight and then they cap, or 3 long fights which are a minute long, but then they still cap or they don't cap. Because I think that should be don't cap. Because then if that it's usually them OT ego. Like as soon as they hit overtime, everyone just goes on to Pro League level.
If you're up 1, you should never ult unless it's the last fight. You know, once you have control of the fight like that, you don't ult until they start using ults or until they even it out, or if they go up 1. Stuff like that. Just elongate the fight, play patient, let the play develop. Set up your teammates to make plays, hold the corner as long as you can. If you need to, be like, hey guys, we need to stabilize, I need to recharge my shield. I make stabilize calls like every single game I play Reinhardt. Literally every game. Like, hey guys, I need to stabilize, everyone just play safe, play safe. And everyone in my games, they're high SR enough that they know what that means.
Use a top 500 player. Me, a diamond player, I doubt they know the callouts to like, yo, chill. They know don't feed. It's like, no feed, save ults, pull back, regroup. That's like the only thing is like, stabilize. What? Excuse me.
They know they need to play safe. They don't have me on the front line for a second. Everyone just hides. Even if we give up an inch or 2 of space, it's okay. In 3 seconds, I'll be ready to go again, or 5 seconds, however long it takes for me to recharge my shield from wherever it's at. And you elongate the fight. Now I'm going to have more barrier health than the other guy because he probably didn't recharge his shield during that time because he tried to take space, and if he's trying to take space, he's probably holding shield. And now all of a sudden I have 1600 HP on my shield, and he has 600. Who's going to win that fight? And my DPS...
He can, theoretically, if he plays it right.
Probably been healed up because everyone's stabilized. I've probably been healed up. So...
But 95% of the time, probably the person with the most health on their shield. I don't know why I stuttered then. I was like, health on their shield.
Well, it's like the fight is even again because they probably healed each other up too, except my team has 1,000 more HP on the shield. You just slow down. Start thinking about, okay, where's the next piece of cover I want to hold? That's what I always think about on Reinhardt if I'm playing defense. Even if I'm attacking at times, like, what's the next...
I think I go for a pin here. I think I try and pin someone in the back line. It doesn't work.
corner I want to contest? I don't know what this is or
Just to let you know, I think I had. Wait, did I?
what you're doing.
No, I think my fire shock was on cooldown. I think I was spamming E then, just looking at the enemy Ryan, just. Ugh.
But charge coming in 3, 2. No, you're just waiting for shatter.
That was unlucky. That annoyed me a little bit. Because the hammer connected. It connected the ground. It connected to the ground. It really annoyed me that that didn't go through.
All you had to do here is buy time. I know that sounds ridiculous. I know you're like, oh, shouldn't I be trying to kill the enemy? You need to be buying time. Your spawn is right there. Your team will eventually win this fight if you stall as long as possible. Think of it like 2 CP. You're just trying to buy team for your buy time for your teammates to get back, or for because if you buy as much time as you can, eventually your DPS will get a pick. Even if they trade, it's fine. You're just buying time. Your DPS will be back before their player. All you need to do here is buy time. Also, you contested too early. You want to wait till the last second if possible. Try to jump shot.
The majority. I didn't try to jump shatter. I just forgot I was on the payload. Then I pressed Q, walking off of it. And also, the majority of the damage, the reason I died, was to the tracer. That tracer does so much quick burst damage. It's annoying, but I love it.
Never try to jump shatter. It takes longer for the shatter to land. It's easier to block. It's easier for you to get interrupted. It's just it's a longer cast time. Just don't do it. There are certain times when it's okay when you know they don't have a shield, or they don't have a cooldown that can prevent you from getting it off. You're trying to solo ult a Moira who doesn't have fade and stuff, so it doesn't matter. And you're trying to jump around a corner. That's like, there are certain times when it's okay, but those are very high advanced cooldown tracking tech shatters that just, as a general rule, it's better if you shatter on, like, standing flat on the ground than if you jump and shatter. Alright, we're gonna fast forward.
I think just then, when I went to pin to the right, I think I tried to pin Andros again. Wait, was someone saying chat? Oh, just slow.
You think, that, the songs I did,
He's my friend and I like killing him with pins just to piss him off.
I'm not even gonna say it. You can see the mistake. The proof is in the pudding, so to speak. Also, you just allowed their Reinhardt to get a free shatter now. Because he's basically got shatter. If I were playing against that Rein, I would have assumed he had shatter. And you dying just opens up your team to getting shattered for free. But, so you need to survive at all costs. But he died because he fed, he got slept, and whatever. The other Rein's not good, so just get over it. Charging back towards your team is okay circumstantially, especially when there's nothing going on like that. That charge is fine. Now Rein shatters for free again.
I got bloody melted.
Watch his perspective. You get res, there's nothing you can really do about this one. That's just not a good res, you just get res into a feed situation. But the first death was your fault, so. Your Echo clones Reinhardt and shatters him. Oh no, he gets shattered. And then he shattered.
Then I come in with the pin.
This is just lucky on your end. Then the other Ryan's dead, so you can shatter for free.
By the way, all this time while I'm busy killing the rest of the team, I'm like, come with someone kill the Hans on right side, please.
Now, to the untrained eye, you might be like, holy shit, I popped off this game. I made some plays in this one.
I know I would have died any higher rank. I know. Is that Ryan? I don't know what rank the Ryan is. Nix, what rank are you? I don't know. But I know for a fact, Plat Diamond Ryan, I swear, if she's higher, I'm a little bit annoyed. But any higher, I know I would have been punished to shit. But it's a pug, so I was just having fun. I was bored.
This other Rhine just lets you make plays and you feed your brains out this whole game.
There's a 65% chance I play like these in my comp games. It's a higher chance than 50, but I do sometimes play like this. After one round, if I know that I can trust my healers by the first round, I play majorly aggressive. And I make sure my healers know that I'm going to, and also my off tank. I will let them know how I'm going to play. And if they start getting mad, I would just be like, dude, I told you how I'm going to play around me. If they don't play around me, I'll just go back to how I was playing.
You do make it land a lot of awesome shadows on this guy, but I just think this guy isn't very good. Alright. Let's skip.
Wait. Mom. She sounds like she's outside my door. Or in my sister's bedroom, not too sure. One of the two.
So there Ryan just gives you all kinds of free space for no reason because he's over here for some goddamn reason.
I think our team was pushing the right side and I chose to push left. I know that's a bad thing to do, but...
So you take the space once you get a pick. You could have actually hit the gas on that one a little sooner, but I'd rather not give you advice on stepping on the gas more often and tell you to you need to reel it in more. So, it's fine that you wait for something to happen then went in.
I do that a lot. I swing my hammer, I swing my mouse to the right and then swing it to the left. For some reason in my head, that does more damage.
You can't hold the open space, so you have to back. You actually played this one well. Let's see what you did right here. It's not all bad. Okay, you go up one. You want to take this space, force them back that way, if possible. They're either gonna get forced back.
Because the McCree did get picked, I did want to kill the Mercy really, really badly. I wanted to kill her.
This way, or they're gonna die. But they get the res. Mercy gets away. You're like, okay, it's 6v6. We can't hold this open space anymore. Slightly late on the recognition of what's on. He could have just kept swinging into you, especially since you're anti. But he doesn't for whatever reason, because it's the world's most passive Rhine. You actually should get destroyed here, but you don't. But hey, you made the correct decision of backing off. We can't hold that open space in a 6v6. We gotta give space, give space, give space. You fire strike in his face with low HP. That's a bad decision, but you stabilize for a second, get some HP, then you're like, okay, let's go. They can't, he's overextending past this corner. He can't hold that space. Let's go. That kind of bent, like, give and take with the, I think of it like a tug of war a little bit. Like, that pull and push, that push and pull, rather, is the way you want to play main game. When you're in an advantageous situation, you push up. When you're not, oh, whoops. See? Back off. But
I was a little annoyed that I got right-clicked, but obviously, because of how much I've been a pest to the enemy team this entire game, I can see why.
Again, you don't let plays happen. You try to force stuff, and then you die. You're like, oh, we're up. I'm just gonna swing wildly and do nothing, and not respect cooldowns, and then get pummeled. Whatever. But you've given them the opportunity to turn this around. You yourself are to blame for this. If they win this fight, it is on you. I don't think they do, though. I think I remember that they don't.
They try to with the Mercy.
They're extra stable. But your Hanzo gotta pick it. Yeah, you're a DPS carry this fight. This guy lets you pummel him again. You don't respect the anti-nade, so you get...
The reason I shatter there is because I thought her shield was low enough to break via the shatter. Just so you know.
Play too fast. shatters here. That's another example of being patient. Now, ooh, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Woo, yes, ooh, yes. Ando. I played a game with Mitravar yesterday in quick play. He was on my team, and we had a Reinhardt on our team, and we absolutely dominated the other team. And at the end, he goes, I go, this should be fuel. I was playing Echo, and I stomped. Like, I just completely stomped the other team. And it was just a really good game for me, right? I was just basically spawn camping them. And, okay, this noise. Sorry. Alright. At the end, I go, this should be fuel for another forum rant of yours, huh? And he goes, hey, I'm just glad I was on the side with the Reinhardt. Haha. And I was like, what a jackass. Anyway.
Oh no.
Anyway. Not respecting cooldowns or the fact that this Rein might have shatter. Whoops. What happened there? So you fire strike in his face. You're trying to hold open space, trying to make things happen.
Okay, just got from my. I just got a message from my mother. Said, I don't care how many times you say you're not talking to someone, you are. Emma, do you hear anyone? Speaking and answering questions. Get off and now and do the washing up. I can't wait to show her this fucking recording. It's gonna be so hilarious.
That rhyme is low, that's fine. You had nothing to speak for that.
Right here, I was like, dude, I wish we had the Lucio. Not gonna lie.
Now you step on the gas, because this is a situation
I was just unlucky, that sleep dart. If I had my shield down earlier, I would have been able to block that sleep dart.
where, hey, you're up a bunch, you can push. This is good.
Basically, she would have slept my shield if I just kept it up.
You're shield hopping, that's good. Ana hits a sleep in between the shield cycles, that happens. I'm not even saying that's not respecting cooldowns, because you were shield hopping, so you're trying to, like, prevent stuff from coming through without just walking forward. This just happens. Ana made a really good play. And it's going to prevent your team from being able to potentially get a bunch of exit frags on them.
Heroes never die.
Charge out when you hear the dragon, this is good. You don't really need to hold super duper forward here. Either way, there's going to be one more fight. Fighting closer to their spawn isn't really necessary. Or good. This guy just lets you... Your Zarya is about to save your ass, by the way, because you have no respect for this Reinhardt shatter at all. Zero, none. And your Zarya bubbles you and blocks the shatter.
The thing is, I think my Zarya knows how I play, so that also helps. No, our Zarya blocked it. Our Zarya blocked it.
I had to watch this like 17 times to see if you blocked it or not, or what happened. And the best way to do it was looking at this guy's perspective. Wait, this guy's perspective. See, this is what I was talking about. You can't react in time because you're right in his face. You were bubbled.
Theoretically, that should have hit, because I was basically inside their line with the bubble. But because Zarya bubble, the area of effect is stupid.
You didn't see. Before I was like, oh, he's really confident he can block these shatters because he's just swinging in his face like that. He must be really confident he can react in time to block the shatters. The answer is
I try to. I try to have the reaction time of a fucking cat. Never works.
no. You just swing wildly. This guy's bubbled. You're bubbled, so you block the shatter with your bubble. See? Inadvertently blocking a shatter. What a god. then he gets pummeled. He just allows you to do whatever, just crap to him. Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop the VOD review there. You've seen all you need to see. You need to play more patient. Let the fights develop. Let your teammates make.
The thing I need to do is increase my reaction time. That is literally all I need to do. And if I can do that, I can go back to playing Siege.
Plays. Set up around a corner. Contest corners. Think about what's the next corner you want to contest. What's the next spot you want to hold. That's what you need to be thinking about. Respect cooldowns more. And definitely try to track the other Reinhardt's shatter. At the very least, that's all you need to do.
I can track the Reinhardt shatter easily. That's why when I do, like, after like the first fight or two, I play how I play. But then when I think I know that they have shatter, I like playing in the face of the Reinhardt. Because if I play aggressive, I know I can get to that Rein. So it's like, this Rein's too aggressive, I'm a shatter in his face. And if I get my reaction speed up, I can block the shatter. I just have too low of reaction time. And the only way I can do that is by, obviously, feeding my guts. Which I shouldn't do.
You made a deal with yourself for the next 5 months. Every time you say the F word, you have to do 5 push-ups. That's fucked up. Oh. I'm not doing it. That's your deal. That's your deal, not mine. I'm not doing it. All right. Grizzly. Bumper is not the style you want to emulate. You might be a Vancouver fan. That's fine. You don't need to play like Bumper. There's a reason that guy is not in the Overwatch League, or at least on the Vancouver Titans. I don't think he's in the Overwatch League, to my knowledge.
No, he isn't.
If he is, he's not starting, I don't think.
Dude, if Bumper was coming back into the league, it would probably be the biggest thing.
There's a reason no one wants to touch him. He was a feeder. He was a feeder that got away with it because
he was a good feeder. He played right with his team. Well, his team played right with him.
His team was that good.
Synergy.
There's a reason you can watch Mono, maybe the best main tank, or at least in the conversation for it, play a game in the ladder and go 5-20, 5 limbs, 20 deaths, and a game where his team is, just getting dominated by the other team, or like the other team is just significantly better. And then watch that same player go 30-0 in a different game. Watch Mono go 30-0 in a different game. This is a team game. Especially, Reinhardt is the ultimate team-dependent hero in this game. The ultimate.
I know he's the ultimate. That's why I still love playing Brawl, even though Brawl apparently is no longer good enough. Brawl, I still think, is basically Ghost 222. Brig, Lucio, Doomfist, Reaper, Mage, you want to be an arsehole, Zarya, Reinhardt. I can play 4 heroes out of that entire lineup. I can play both of the healers and both of the tanks. My preferred being... Actually, all 4 of them are my favourite to play in that comp.
Team-dependent hero. What does that mean? Depend on your team more. Play more patient. Let plays develop, especially on defense. And you'll be fine, okay? Try to train yourself to
Oh my god.
Hey, does the other Reinhardt have shatter? Every time you see him, does he have shatter? If he does, give a little bit of space and be ready to block it. Okay? That's it. So I got for you. I think those 2 tips, play patient, play around cover more, maybe it's 3, and train yourself to always ask, does the other Reinhardt have shatter every single time you see him. I think those 3 tips, if you do those 3 things, sky's the limit. You will definitely climb. 100%, I guarantee if you do those 3 things, you will climb.
So
don't need to play this aggressive.
So play more passive. To be honest, I was too busy just looking at like the cluster around our Zarya. Just like, what is happening? What is that? Is that like a dynamite? They don't even have... Yeah, I was just looking at it, I was like, what is that explosion? Is that a fire strike or something? So all I heard was play passive and 3 others. I will listen to what he said back and when I look at this back. But yeah.
Throw that crap that you hear about holding W and being aggressive and the more aggro Rein wins. That's all dog shit. That is bad advice from players who've never played Reinhardt in their life at a high level, at least.
But dominance. like get dominance over the other Reinhardt, he's gonna curb stomp you. Which 95%, I get the one that's curb stomped. So yeah, I guess I suck at Reinhardt.
That is bad advice. Don't try to emulate what Bumper did.
I can sort of emulate it because I have been with a group that played 100% around me, and it was fun. Like we went on like a 15-game win streak. It was great.
All right, that's it. That's what I got for you.
All right, sweet. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was a long video, as you can tell, and it's gotten dark. Holy crap. Sorry about the interruptions from my mum. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully she had a laugh. That's great. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Peace.